All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Here we are, 411 Sports Sport Network here on YouTube. Also under Mr. 411 MISTERFOURONEONE on TikTok and Instagram. Welcome to the show. This is Triple Option, our college football show. And man, this is a special edition of Triple Option because we actually have a student athlete in the building tonight, Kelvin Durham, Johnson C. Smith, star signal caller. What's going on, my man?
Yes, sir. How you doing, man? Glad to be back.
Yeah, man. Well, and I'm glad you said that. Welcome back, man. Because last time I talked to you, you was in another state. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. But
Yes,
you know,
sir.
it's still good to hear from you. And I'm glad you didn't forget Mr. 411 here and get everybody up to speed that may not have had a chance to keep up uh with you in your new location. And so
Yes,
that's what we're
sir.
going to get into today. But before we do that, Kelvin, how can everybody follow you?
Everyone can follow me on Instagram at I am underscore KD1 and on Twitter at I am underscore KD4.
All right, KD1 and KD4. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
All right. Make sure you follow him on Instagram and Twitter, just like Mr. 401 does. I keep track of this guy here, man. He's doing great things. And we're going to get into a lot of that.
Yes,
So
sir.
currently,
Appreciate you.
man, yes, sir. So currently, Johnson C. Smith, how's the season going for you right now, man?
The season been going kind of good, actually. We came out to a hot start right now. We're 4-1 right now. We had a little slip up a couple of weeks ago, but we're looking to bounce back from it and move on from. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the season for me and my guys.
Yeah, man. 4-1 start, man. That's impressive.
Yes, sir.
And you win 4 out of 5 games to kick things off, man. You're in the mix. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? You're in the
sir.
driver's seat, as they say. All right. So, man, the CIAA conference, man. What is the competition looking like there too?
Yeah, it's a tough conference. There's a lot of good football players on every team in our conference, so we don't really have no light game. We have to go into every week with a chip on our shoulder, knowing that it's a chance we can lose this week if we don't play our best. So we take every team strong, like they're one of the best teams in the country. So we don't look over nobody, and it's a lot of competitive teams in the CIA. What I'll say.
Yeah, very good, very good. And John C. Smith, that's in North Carolina, correct? Charlotte.
Yes, sir. Charlotte. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. That's a nice city right there, man. Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah, it's lovely, man. I'm loving it up here, man. A lot different from where I used to be, so I'm
Okay.
loving it.
All right, all right, great things there. So before we spin it back over to Johnson C. Smith, uh, a lot of people that's in my area here in the Middle Georgia area, I'm sure they remember you from your days at Fort Valley State, and man, what a run that you had at Fort Valley State. And you talked about the story of how of your path to Fort Valley State, where you started at in the state of Florida, and your your sports career starting that off and roads led you to Fort Valley.
Yes,
I
sir.
think you even mentioned that you was someone at Arkansas. Was it Arkansas Pine Bluff that was taking a look at
Yes,
you?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. But you want to just kind of breeze through that for us about like your path to Fort Valley State, and we'll stop there for a minute, and then we'll go to your move to Johnson C. Smith.
Yeah, so my path to Fort Valley State actually, was kind of, a different route really, talking to the other schools right before signing day, which I was committed to, Arkansas Pine Bluff, but ended up losing that offer weeks before signing day and got into it, met a coach with Coach Flowers actually, who was the head coach at Fort Valley State at the time. We had reached out to each other and went on a visit like a week before signing day and ended up signing there. So in my time there at Fort Valley, it was nice. I got to play as a redshirt freshman. I got to start for 3 years there. And we had all winning seasons every year.
Yep.
It was I had a blast at Fort Valley. It was one of my funnest times at college for sure.
Yeah, very good, very good. Yeah, and I mean, you even led the team to a bowl game, and
Yes,
back in your
sir.
home area.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
That was a good experience there.
yeah, very good. Yeah, I remember tuning in for it and everything. Um, how did your life in Florida? How did that shape and mold you?
Growing up, growing up in Florida, when people hear Florida, all they think about is football. So that's really what it was for me growing up was school, family, God, and football was right after. That's all we knew growing up was football, football, football. So I think that made me the competitor that I am now, just competing with those guys. There's a lot of great athletes from Florida who are NFL players now, NFL legends. So I just feel like playing with that competition growing up helps me now while I'm playing in college to be able to play at the highest level as I can.
Yeah, very good, man. Cause yeah, I mean, a lot of college programs, man, they like to dip into that state, man, and get talent out of there. So there's a lot of Florida boys all across the United States.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hey, who were some of the players that you cross paths with on your way up?
And that's from Fort Valley.
Well, just from Florida. Excuse me. Let me clarify that. From Florida when you was playing in the Florida area, coming up there.
Growing up when I played in Florida, some names I could say. Rashard Smith is a guy I can name. Plays for the Kansas City Chiefs now.
Yeah.
Jason Marshall, cornerback for the Miami Dolphins now. Leonard Taylor is a guy who plays for the New York Jets now.
Hmm.
That's just off the top of my head. If I go down the
Yeah.
list, there's a lot more guys that I'm missing out on. But just to name those three, those are some guys that I grew up with, playing Little League with, played against in high school. So, love to see those guys still be able to play at the next level and, just motivation for me because we all came from the same area. So, of
Yeah. Very good, man. And that's just an example of how tough it was, man, and how that, like you say, iron sharpens iron, man. And
course, yes, sir.
yeah, congratulations to you. And then in Fort Valley State, let's stop there for a minute because there's a running back that's in the NFL, correct?
Yes, sir. I played with the running back, Emmanuel Wilson. He plays for the Green Bay Packers now. We also had a receiver my freshman year by the name of Shamar Bridges,
Hmm.
who had a like a preseason with the Baltimore Ravens, who's now playing in the CFL now, who's having
Wow.
a great career right now. So both of those guys are. I still talk to those guys to this day. They still guiding me and making the big decisions with for the next level and things like that. So those guys, still play a part of my life now.
Very good, man. Very good. I'm glad you all stay in touch and
Yes, sir.
share the wealth with each other, man. That's how you make it, man. All right. So yeah, that just kind of highlights a lot of how there's competition and people may not realize that, man. There's talent everywhere.
It
Um,
is. It
it's all over
is.
the place, man, and it's strong and fierce. There's all kind of stories about players currently in the NFL. Man, there's some Hall of Famers that have had Hall of Fame careers and wasn't even drafted. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yes,
and
sir.
we're sharing that information because a lot of times student athletes they may think they only have to go to this particular place or that particular place and in order to get to whatever next level they want to get to. It's really about you working hard, you having the skill set, and all the things on and off the field that can get you where you need to go. More
Yes,
importantly,
sir. Yes, sir.
yeah,
As long as you're doing what you have to do and, producing on the field, those guys will find you no matter where you are. And just make sure you're doing your part is the biggest thing.
there you go. Well stated. Well stated. All right. So hey, you had that. Like you said, you was able to start as a redshirt freshman. You had an illustrious career at Fort Valley State, and
Yes, sir.
now you're in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yes, sir.
You want to dive into how that all kind of worked out for you? How that came about?
So actually, like I stated earlier, the coach who recruited me to Fort Valley out of high school, Coach Flowers, he's now the head coach at Justice C. Smith in Charlotte.
Hmm.
So he ended up leaving Fort Valley after my freshman year to take this job. And it's just been a smooth process really, because that's the guy who recruited me out of high school, who knew me as a young guy. So
Yeah.
now I'm a senior now. So he trusted me a lot with the offense. I already know the offense because I was in it for a year when he was at Fort Valley. So it was really a smooth process, really. As soon as I got here, I got to throw with the we had an All-American receiver, Brevin Caldwell. So as soon as I got here, we got to it ASAP. And
Right.
like when I got here, it's just nothing but love from everyone from the coaches, the players, the faculty at the school, and just everyone. I felt at home instantly, and those guys definitely play a big part in how we're playing this year. So I just want to give those guys a shout out. those guys make it happen a lot for us. So that's
Very good, man. Hey, and it's good to have that trust and that system in place to help you with your transition there.
uh,
And so big shout out to you for that. Hey man, I heard you was player of the week. Is that true?
yes, sir. This past week was our homecoming game. We had won like 69, I believe, 13
Hmm.
was the score. We had a pretty good showing offensively that game, so it was a good week for us as a whole.
All right. Hey, congratulations on that achievement, man. You're just racking up
Yeah.
these achievements, man. heck,
Thank you,
heck
yes,
of a
sir.
college career. All right. Hey, some of your teammates. You want to speak on some of them for just a moment? Like Bobby
Yes,
Smith?
sir. My boy Bobby Smith, he's a redshirt freshman. He's also from Florida. We have a couple Florida guys on our roster. He's one of the guys who stepped up after two of our older running backs got season-ending injuries. So, I'm very proud of Bobby Smith for stepping up. Not even knowing he'll be the starting running back this year. We had two senior backs who are really good this year. And Bobby came when they went down, he stepped up and made big plays for us. So I'm happy for Bobby Smith, who had a great career at JCFC.
All right. And another teammate of yours too with an accomplishment there.
Yeah, that's my boy
Smola.
Smolin. Yeah, he's from my kicker from London. Every
Oh,
time he kicks, I let him know he's the best kicker in the world, man. It's giving that confidence. And the show this week, he went 9 for 9 with our
whew.
extra points this week, and he had like 9 touchbacks on kickoff. So he had a great week this week. I'm happy for my boy, man. He deserves it.
Wow. That's awesome, man. So you get to play with and meet people across this globe, man. This
Yes,
sport has done
sir.
so much for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, very good,
Yes,
man.
yes, sir.
Well, big shout out to your teammates there, Rookie of the Week, and also Special Teams Player of the Week.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
I appreciate you for showing my guys some love as well.
yeah, absolutely, man. I'm gonna tell you something else I love, man. I love y'all uniforms, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we got some nice unis, man. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
that bull on that helmet, smooth, man, and
Yeah.
just the two colors like that, just real kind of clean and just clean and simple, man. It looks good, man. Y'all, I
Yeah,
know y'all
the
enjoy throwing them
uniforms
on.
definitely played a little part of why I came here as well.
Oh, okay, all right. I hear stories about that. By the way, what are some of your favorite uniforms of all
Uh,
time?
yeah, my favorite one is our all gold. I think that's my favorite one. And another one we haven't worn yet is our all navy with the gold numbers. So
Oh,
we'll
okay.
bring that out probably in a couple weeks. So look forward to that one as well.
All right, man. Hey, look, yeah, y'all looking sharp out there, man.
Yes,
And
sir.
like you
Appreciate it.
said, hey, like you said earlier, you said the competition in the conference, fierce competition. Um, can you enlighten us on like what is the like the end game in the CIAA? Is it playoffs or bowl games? What
Now
um
right now it's just a championship at the end of the season
okay,
for the
so championship
top two
game.
teams with the best record.
Okay. So you want to be in that position to play in that championship game.
Of
I'm
course.
definitely, yeah, saying that's the next target there. So, man, but at 4-1, you're on your way to do that, and so we're gonna be rooting for you on that end.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. We got some more work to be done, but we still have a chance to complete what we want to complete. So, we're looking forward to it.
Absolutely, there you go. Yep, staying focused. Hey, y'all had a huge win though against Valdosta State, and a lot of
Yes,
teams,
sir.
and a lot of people in this state that I'm in, right, in Georgia, and you was here for a while. You know about the history of Valdosta State
Yes,
and what
sir.
kind of power they have been over the years, man. So how did it feel to take them down?
That was a big moment for us. That was a team who recently the year before was in the national D2 championship game. So for us to get that win, that gave us the confidence to show us that we are a really good football team. And when we do everything right on offense, defense, and special teams, we're able to beat one of the better teams in D2. So that just gave us the confidence that we need just to show us that we are capable of making a run in the D2 playoffs if we do everything right on offense, defense, and special teams.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Okay, man. Hey, before we get out of here, any advice you like to give to the because like I said, this is your senior year. Um, any advice you want to give to the student athletes that are that are coming up behind you here?
Yeah, one thing I say that that helped me a lot was just believing in the process. A lot of guys come into college as being the guy in high school, and when they come to college, they aren't the guy off the rip how they were in high school. And some guys get discouraged because of that. Because I was a guy who got discouraged because of that. You know, being a guy in high school and then coming to college and being the fifth string quarterback. That I didn't really, I didn't like how that felt, but I kept working with it instead of letting it defeat me. So I just tell the guys just trust the process. Just because it looks bad now doesn't mean it's going to end bad.
Absolutely, man. Great advice there for those coming up. Don't get discouraged
Yes,
because you're
sir.
right, man. As you go up in levels, that the competition is getting stiffer and stiffer. When you're the man in Pee Wee League, what I'm saying, except in yours, in Florida where you got all these NFL guys that y'all playing against each other every week. But for most of us, what I'm saying, you start out here, you're the big fish. And like you say, when you hit the college level, it gets tough, it gets tighter. And so, hey man, you are definitely an example of what a student athlete. Great example of that. You do a lot of social media work on your page. I
Yes,
enjoy
sir.
following you and
Yes, sir.
keeping
Appreciate
track.
that.
Yeah, and another thing I do notice from you too, man, you show love like just like you did for your teammates today on this episode, but you do that all the time.
Yes,
I
sir.
notice how you post about all your all your friends and all your guys that you've come up with and showing off their accomplishments as well. So you're a selfless guy, and to
Yes,
be a
sir.
quarterback, you have to be that kind of guy. You know what
Have
I
to
mean?
be. Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. I
So that's
appreciate that as well.
Yes, sir. Great quality there, man. And hey, I appreciate you being on. Like I said, I didn't want to keep you long because I want you
Yes,
to come
sir.
back.
Anytime, anytime. Just shoot me the text. Let me know when, and I'll be here.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, hey, his name, Kelvin Durham. Make sure you write it down. Keep up with him. Um, Out of Johnson C. Smith. All right, man. Appreciate you being on. Hey, appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, notification bell, and share because sharing is caring. Make sure you follow Kelvin Durham on Instagram and on Twitter, excuse me, and on Twitter, Instagram and Twitter. Make sure you follow him and keep up with Johnson C. Smith. All right, they got some major things going on there and exciting football. All right. Well, we out of here. Everybody have a
Yes,
great
sir.
day.
Have a nice night. Thank you.